We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
Just have to be like, play it safe, right?
Yeah, I just figured it's going to come in sooner or later.
Yeah. Yes, as he said 60 times. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Insanity Check here. Ken, Skillet Sauce, and Dina on the boards.
Hey, how you spell your name, by the way?
D-I-N-A.
Dina. Oh.
Is it actually pronounced Dina?
Yes.
Okay.
Dina?
You call me Dana. I ain't say nothing.
Dina.
I
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, what the fuck? How that? Yeah. I thought I was going to call you Dino.
No, please don't. Oh my God, they used to call me that when I was younger, and I hated
That's why they
that.
call you Dino and shit.
I've been called Dino, Dinah, Dana.
Well, Dina. I
I'm
can
Dana
see.
when I'm in a Jamaican household.
Dana, but so you're Dina in here.
Right.
You're Dino when you're in school.
Used to.
All right, Dina. All right, whatever. So we're back to sort of like some of the type of things that Insanity Check deals with. You know, it was
normal shit.
Just normal stuff. And this one is about.
Although I'm pretty sure some people will appreciate the last segment because, you know, I've heard, you know, the very few times that we've actually been at odds, you know, it's usually like, you're like, oh, it's so great to see you guys. So,
What, you see us arguing?
They like that. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. All right. What else do we argue about?
That's what I'm saying. It's been very few, but each time, I think that may have been the third time in the duration of this show that we've ever.
We actually disagree.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, hey, well, whatever. Hey, it's all real, so whatever. Yeah. Well, this is about a California bill that would allow students to use bathrooms consistent with his or her gender identity. A proposed law introduced in the California state legislature would allow public school children to use bathrooms designated for members of the opposite sex if that student's gender identity differed from the student's biological sex. Assembly Bill 1266, introduced by Democratic Assemblyman Tom Amiano, who represents a section of the city of San Francisco, would require that a pupil be permitted to participate in sex-segregated school programs and activities, including athletic teams and competitions, and use facilities consistent with his or her gender identity, irrespective of the gender listed on the pupil's record. That's some fucking bullshit. All right, I'm not gonna read any more of this fucking shit right this second, because let me tell you something. This is gonna open up a whole different problem, and I think these people need to understand that there are other children that attend these schools, because I could just see a perverted little boy going, you know what, I think I'm a girl, and, you know, try and sell that shit for long enough to get him to be able to go into the girls' bathroom to be a pervert or whatever it is that little boys do in school or whatever. And just think of the type of disoriented situations you're going to have the other children. You know, I can see a bunch of girls in the girls' bathroom and see some kid pull his dick out and pissing, and they're like, yo, what the fuck is, you know, what are you doing in here? I mean, you're not supposed to be in here. Oh, well, you know, I'm one of you, child, or whatever the fuck. And he's, you know, wearing barrettes in his hair, but he got a dick. I mean, how do you explain this to children? I mean, what kind of... This is ridiculous to me. I mean, we spoke about this on a previous show. To me, this is just going to do more bad than good. If these kids have gender issues or whatever, man, take them to shrinks. Do whatever it is you have to do. But as far as in school, when you're around other children, okay, how are you going to factor in the other children's mental well-being when a boy is in the boys' room, a boys' bathroom, and a girl walks past them and goes to the bathroom?
So now you're sure that, because I didn't get a chance to read this, you're sure that this is, you know, because I think I'm a girl, I'm going to be allowed to go to the girls' bathroom?
Because, you know, remember that whole thing
and is there any medical documentation?
I don't give a fuck. You got a dick or a fucking pussy. There's no way. I don't care what your physical, what your mental problems is. My issue is, I don't care how legitimate this shit is, okay? Biologically, these other students don't know your medical history that you might think that you're an opposite, the other sex. So all I'm thinking of is unless you come with like a town crier that announces your situation wherever you want to go to the bathroom, there's going to be scenarios where there's going to be kids of one sex in that bathroom for that sex, and an opposite sex student is going to walk past them and go to the bathroom, and that's ridiculous. That's preposterous. That's absurd. I think all the parents should definitely be like, look, this is not happening, because I would not be comfortable with that. I would not be comfortable with that at all. At all. I think they should be separated. I don't want to have to keep explaining shit like that. You know, why is this dude who happens to be fucking 5'5" in school and I'm 4'10" or 4'5", you know, in the girls' room? You know, what are the girls gonna say? There's a fucking big football player in here, whatever, that happens to have a Big Johnson in the bathroom. No, that's bad for children, man. I just think this shit is wrong, man.
Well, yes, you bring up some excellent points.
What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I didn't read the article. I would hope, and God knows I've read enough stupid shit, you know, over our time on this show to show that people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Hold on, I just want to say, because you know, at the bottom of the thing it says the website genderinsanity.com warns against the bill with a statement that reads, picture this. Your 7-year-old daughter comes home from school in tears. You ask her what's wrong, and she says she's afraid to go to the bathroom at school because a boy comes in while she's there. Outraged, you call the school to demand an explanation. You're told that your daughter is telling the truth, but because the boy says he wants to be a girl, their hands are tied. It's the law. It says the bill was amended in assembly on April 25th, 2013. I mean,
again, like you said, it kind of doesn't matter if this confused or, you know, gender transferring individual has legit issues, because, like you said, there's other kids who are involved. But I would at least hope that at least there's some medical documentation that is needed. Because it's just completely, at least they're trying to do something that may be good, but it's going to be fucked up in the long run. But it'll be much different if it's like, Frank thinks he's a girl this week. All right, well, you know, it's the law. Let Frank go into the girls' bathroom.
See, my thing is, if you have, you know, a legitimate, you know, situation or whatever, and you're a guy but you think you're a girl, then you know what? Maybe you should have a hall monitor make sure that no one is in the bathroom. Okay, right. If you must go into the ladies, the girls' room, okay, have a hall monitor, make sure that there is no one in the bathroom. You go in and come out. But then again, now that's preferential treatment, because it's not like the guy has a bladder condition or something like that. You know, as a normal child. But you know, I can see that even that opening up something. But there's no way you're going to place, in my opinion, other children in that situation to where they're gonna, you know, like you said, a little girl could be literally stunned, or a little boy could be like, oh yeah, now, you know, some shit's about to go down. You know, who knows? It's just too much shit. It's just too much that can go wrong with this.
Yeah.
Too much that can go wrong with this.
Yeah, they need to rethink that one. But
what are you laughing at, man?
Something that's good for the people. I think this is good for the people. iTeam website allows users to rate prostitutes. Come on.
Rate.
I know.
Rate prostitutes.
I think this is long overdue. As again, those of you who watch the show know, we have nothing against prostitution.
Not at all.
It's a job. If people want to do it, yes, we have a problem
against
with
pimps slashing prostitutes' face, all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Sex slavery and sex trafficking and all that stuff.
Don't like any of that.
But again, despite the opinions of some, you know, there's nothing absolute in this world. Okay, there's going to be people who are getting abused. And there's going to be people who are like, hey, you know what? I don't want to do this because this is what I want to do. I mean, I was doing some research on an article that I was writing and on porn stars and like what they're doing now and why they got into the business and all this stuff. And again, I'm not going to say a lot, but at least there were some women who were like, look, one chick was going to nursing school and another one was actually, you know, they had a job, but they had children and, you know, they were making, you know, the same money in a day of shooting that they would in the whole week. So they're like, hey, wait a minute. If I work 2 or 3 days a week, doing porn, and then I can see my kids, and then I can pay my bills, and things are happier, and then they got their own business, they became producers, and they own their own company. It happens. It happens.
You mean they weren't whipped and tased as children? And
I wasn't there. I don't know. I know I didn't beat them. I'm not into the whipping. It's just not my thing. But I'm just saying it happens. But my point is all it is. But in any case, prostitution is here. It's been here. We all know it. So, you may as well,
I thought you meant it was here, like in the building. I'm like, where?
It's probably next door. Yeah. So basically, I said people like to read online reviews, which we do, before buying a car, reserving a hotel room. But on one website, once based in North Texas, allows users to review the services of local prostitutes.
Yeah, what is it? Thumbs up, thumbs down? How does it go? Yo, that pussy was trash.
Or my dick is still burning. That'd probably be a little flaming X or next to her name.
She had a habanero and shit, a couple of peppers. Like 3 hot peppers.
So it says women actually create profiles on this site, and customers can post reviews about their services. The person goes and say, "I'm not amazed because I've seen worse ads and websites than this." Jenny Ford, human trafficking expert, and she says a lot of people, human traffickers, use these types of sites. Again, I don't doubt that they do.
Of course,
I've always said, if you find something good or something good,
someone will be there to pervert it.
Always. It's just the human condition. This is what we do. It's why people are fucked. Okay, this whole notion that people are just inherently good is bullshit.
No, that's crap. This town needs an enema.
Yeah. So I mean, I like if I utilize prostitutes, this would be a good thing for me. I don't see. I mean, and again, we've had rate my tits, rate my girlfriend.
All that. Rate my tits. I used to check that out.
So I mean, okay, these women are being objectified. Of course, they're being objectified. This is what we fucking do here.
Well, I mean, just look at advertising. Look at my fucking cup, for goodness sake.
Yeah, he's a whore master.
I'm not a whore master. It's like titties on my cup. What the fuck? There's nothing wrong with it.
But I'm just like, look, again, if this came with, I wrote a PSA, a mock PSA about, prostitutes getting, being in a union and having a shopkeeper, who would collect the money for them and, pay them at the end of the week so they wouldn't have to get kicked in the stomach, by, Diamond Dick or whatever the pimp's name is, who impregnated them and, having, I think that's the way the world should fucking be for those who want it, and then you won't have to worry about sex trafficking because it'll be controlled by,
some sort of governing body or something.
Government is, they'll probably ship all of these chicks to fucking Congress, but whatever. I don't know. I thought
this was kind of interesting, as long as they don't, because I would hate for something like this to happen, or basically would draw attention to the women if they were not in like certain types of states or whatever, to where being an escort was legal, because you would hate to be rated. Yo, this woman is fantastic or whatever, and the next Bunko Squad busts them and fucking arrest the people, because that's that's definitely not cool. But I mean, why wouldn't they be? I'm pretty sure places like the Bunny Ranch and things like that. Well, first of all, dudes would rate this shit anyway, because I have a friend of mine that's trying to get another friend of mine who happens to be a fucking fucking virgin, who's gonna. This dude is gonna rip the first woman he gets in half like a fucking wet newspaper. This guy is just crazy. So the other guy's like, yeah, well, I go to this place, and I, buy me some girls and shit. And he like, but don't get this one, get that one. She's real good. So he's basically giving a review and a breakdown of a person that he's purchased or whatever, how had dealings with, and he's trying to tell the other guy, if you do go there, go here. So I mean, I can see this. I mean, we have ratings for everything. Food. Everything, phone cases, anything you could think of. There's something on the web to review it. So why not this?
Pretty much. Anyway, folks, that is our show.
That's our show.
Screaming and yelling go by really fast.
Oh man, so I can't talk about the dude that fell into a meat grinder at an Oregon packaging plant.
People in Oregon, stay tuned next week. You're going to want to know about this one. But we're out of here. Again, Ken Skillet Sauce. Dina.
You're not Ken Skillet Sauce. You're Ken, I'm Skillet Sauce.
Anyway, we're on Insanity Check on Facebook, Insanity Check 12 on Twitter. Our YouTube channel is Insanity Check Radio. And
hold on, wait, Dina, come here. She looks like Little Red Riding Hood. Come on, camera. Look at this.
and Google Plus.
Yeah.
And here is Diener.
Looking like Little Red Riding Hood over there.
So for all of us here at Insanity Check,
Yeah.
we bid you adieu. See you next week.
Take care.
We're trying to make it, baby.